I want to introduce myself. I'm Michael Coughlin. I am Deputy Town Supervisor of Somers, New York. I want to welcome you to the State of the Town address by Supervisor Scrano. He'll be out in just a minute. And I want to start by presenting the colors from the Boy Scout Troops 228 and 376. They're going to come forward with our colors. Gentlemen. And immediately following their presentation of the colors, we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance by Marine Corps veteran and Somers resident Kevin O'Keefe. And at that point, would you stand for the pledge and remove any coverings, if possible? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Boys, you're dismissed. Thank you to 228 and 376. And thank you to Kevin O'Keefe. Thank you very much. All right, and now I'd like to introduce Town Supervisor Robert Scrano.
Good evening. Thank you all for being here tonight. To our elected officials, department heads, board and committee chairs, community partners, members of the press, and residents, I'm grateful for your time, your trust, and your commitment to Somers. To those watching home, on live television or online, thank you also for tuning in. Your involvement in this speaks volumes about your care and pride in our town. This historic 200-year-old building, the Elephant Hotel, has long symbolized our shared history. Tonight, it also represents our shared future. The state of the town isn't just a report, it's a look at where we've been, where we are today, and where Somers is going. I want to share our achievements, the partnerships that drive our success, and the values that guide us in all of our endeavors. Before moving forward, I wish to reflect on the terrible tragedy in October of 2024, when our town was shattered by an unimaginable tragedy, a senseless act of violence that took one life and left two others fighting for theirs. When we heard of the awful news about the murder of Michael Ramundi and the conditions of his mother and brother, the shock and pain and confusion were immediate and profound. But once we had a minute, Somers did what Somers does. We came together. We gathered at Reese Park in candlelight and silence, and all of us, political parties and affiliations, were left in the parking lot. All ages, races, creeds, and fiscal portfolios evaporated, and we reunited in our humanity to grieve and show love for the family and one another. Even when we face the unthinkable, our small town's persistent heartbeat is the true measure of how we recover, found not in how quickly we heal, but in the shared silence, the kind gestures that see us through the storm. I will forever be in awe of just how much love lives in the hearts of the people of Somers. I'm blessed to call Christina a friend, as do many throughout Somers. May Michael's memory always be a blessing, and let us all continue to lift up Christina, Matthew, and their family, and be here for whatever they might need. I'm proud to report that the town of Somers remains financially sound and has maintained a AAA rating from Moody's since 2021, the highest rating a municipality can obtain. Since the implementation of the tax cap in 2012, Somers has remained under the cap every year. This is a testament to our finance department, led by Bob Kehoe and his team. Where's Bob? As well as past and current town boards and supervisors who have come before me. Special recognition goes to Mary Beth Murphy and Rick Morrissey. We've balanced our budget, held the line on taxes, borrowed when prudent, and taken a conservative yet strategic approach to our reserves, all while delivering more value for every tax dollar. Somers remains one of the lowest tax towns in Westchester County. We actively pursue grants, collaborate with neighboring towns and state partners, and seek efficiencies wherever possible, because every tax dollar must be respected and returned in value. But fiscal responsibility is only the beginning. It enables us to invest wisely and purposefully in the infrastructure and services our community depends on. We've made significant progress this past year, including repaving key roads, upgrading culverts, and addressing long overdue drainage improvements. But our work is far from finished. We're developing a multi-year capital improvement plan that prioritizes safety, connectivity, and long-term sustainability. We continue to call on Albany to meet its obligation, not with temporary fixes, but with real, lasting investments in our state roads. Our Highway Superintendent, Nick DeVito. Nick has led the charge, including through press conferences and calling for increased CHIPS funding, the Consolidated Highway Improvements Program, which is vital for lasting progress. Good roads connect us. Safe infrastructure protects us. And water, well, water is the lifeblood of any thriving community. Water and sewer infrastructure remains a top priority, especially as we plan for responsible growth. We're working closely with Woodard & Kern's Steve Robbins. Steve? Head of Water and Sewer, Fred McQuillan, and state partners to expand water access to our historic business district while safeguarding our aquifers. These projects are complex and costly, but they're essential. I'm proud to report that we've secured over $3.7 million in state and federal funding, including, out of that 3.7, 2 from Congressman Lawler's office. The Ross Drive water tank repairs are well underway, ensuring the protection of property and public health. Every gallon counts, and every investment we make today prepares us for the challenges of tomorrow. Our police, fire, and EMS teams are the backbone of the Somers community. They respond to emergencies, support our events, and remain steady in the face of every challenge. Chief Brian Linkletter of the Somers Police Department. Brian. And Eric Zohar, chairman of the Somers Fire District, stand as a model of professionalism and committed public service. Eric? This year we have invested in new police equipment, added officers, and strengthened mutual aid agreements with our local fire district. We also upgraded our communications infrastructure, including a new VHF antenna on top of the townhouse to enhance coordination during major events. We remain committed to keeping the state police barracks right here in Somers, a project that has been stalled for nearly 15 years. It was under this administration that we finally reached an agreement with the fire district to make it possible. The final hurdle now lies with the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, the DEC, which must confirm sufficient water capacity from the supplier Veolia for the new facility. I'm proud to report that the new state police barracks will be fully funded by Albany, with no cost to Somers taxpayers. We remain steadfast in our commitment to see it through. To every first responder, thank you. Your courage is why Somers remains one of the safest towns in the county. But public safety isn't just about response. It starts with prevention. That begins in the spaces where we live, gather, and grow. Our parks and open spaces make Somers special, and we're expanding them. We recently completed an acreage exchange with the county, giving 11 acres next to Reese Park for new recreational development. This was no easy task. It took more than 15 years, and I'm proud to say we finally got it done. Steve Ralston. Steve? Our Superintendent of Parks and Recreation continues to lead with vision and a community-minded approach, turning long-awaited opportunities into real progress for our residents. We have installed new automated external defibrillators, AEDs, at Van Tassel and Reese Park, upgraded the Reynolds House, and added a new double-sided LED sign to enhance safety and the overall experience for residents of all ages. These investments are about more than recreation. They're about connection. And that sense of belonging must extend to all who wish to call Somers home. Somers leads Westchester in affordable and senior housing. With over 200 affordable units, we still continue to work with developers, planners, and community stakeholders to ensure that new housing meets the needs of seniors aging in place and young families establishing roots while preserving Somers' character. Smart housing is a pillar of smart growth and a key to a stronger and more vibrant town. In Somers, we don't say yes to everything, we say yes to what's right. Our planning, engineering, and building departments, Dave Smith, Steve Wolfel, and Tom Tuma, where are you guys? Carefully balance growth with preservation. Our comprehensive plan review is underway, and we're modernizing land use codes to meet today's needs while preserving our small town charm. We've made significant improvements in the center of town, including new sidewalks and a crosswalk dedicated to Thelma Barlow. A beloved longtime scout leader and crossing guard who gave so much to this community. Honoring residents like Thelma isn't just a tribute. It's a way to ensure that future generations understand and appreciate the people who helped shape Somers. Our town is built not just on roads and buildings, but on the values and services of those who came before us. As we continue working with residents and business owners to revitalize key corridors, we remain focused on the kind of growth that reflects those same values. Smart growth isn't about building more, it's about building wisely with purpose and long-term vision. We continue to support New York's 30 by 30 conservation goal to protect 30% of the land by 2030. Somers is already at 28%, and we're moving forward. We've installed EV chargers, restored native plant habitats, and conducted energy audits on municipal buildings. We take sustainability seriously. We have also addressed residents' concern about battery energy storage systems, BESS. We brought in fire and environmental experts, strengthened our zoning codes, and demanded public transparency. We are ensuring that BESS projects are not permitted in Somers until technology has been proven safe and reliable. Sustainability isn't a buzzword, it's our responsibility. We're committed to serving every generation, from our youngest learners to our most seasoned residents. The Somers Library, led by Jessica Vesey, is more than a place to borrow books. It offers programs for all ages, research tools, and a quiet place for reflection and learning. It continues to evolve with the community, and we proudly support its mission. Our senior programs, under the leadership of Princess Gruera, has returned senior trips to pre-pandemic levels, launched new community events, and expanded classes that bring joy, purpose, and a connection to our older adults. These programs strengthen our community bond, which are more important now than ever. Behind every town service is a dedicated team that keeps our government accessible, transparent, and efficient. Town Clerk Patricia Calba, remains a cornerstone of public service, from issuing marriage licenses to handling Freedom of Information Law FOIL requests. Her office promotes civic engagement and operational efficiency. Receiver of Taxes Michelle McKerney and her deputy Christine Rossiter manage the responsibilities of collection of every dollar with professionalism and clarity, especially during our busy tax season. Town Assessor Teresa Stegner and her team ensure that property assessments are fair and accurate, ensuring equity and helping residents navigate the complexities of home ownership. Our town attorneys, Roland Baroni and Michael Toohey of Abrams and Festerman, brings not only legal expertise, but a deep understanding of municipal law and the unique needs of our community. Their counsel to the town board has been instrumental in guiding complex land use matters, upholding legal integrity, and ensuring that every decision we make stands on firm legal ground. Their steady hand and thoughtful approach help protect Somers legally and ethically as we grow and govern. I also sincerely thank my executive team, Kim DeLucia, my confidential executive assistant, and Tammy Saba, our junior administrative assistant. They organize, coordinate, communicate, and deliver. Day in and day out, their work behind the scenes enables mine. They all deserve our gratitude. In the wake of last year's tragedy, we committed to doing more than responding. We are committed to leading with compassion and prevention. We launched a mental health think tank, brought clinicians and law enforcement together, and partnered with the Somers Central School District and delivered community outreach events to help close service gaps and build stronger support systems. I've worked with Assemblyman Matt Slater on legislation that protects domestic violence survivors, removing barriers to safe housing and shielding them from retaliation. This work encompasses more than just mental health. It's about safety, dignity, and justice. Somers is building a culture of care, one thoughtful decision at a time. Before I close tonight, I would like to address the responsibilities the town board and I bear as elected officials. Each member of this board has taken a solemn oath to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. That oath is not symbolic. It informs everything we do, whether we are passing local budgets, protecting public safety, stewarding infrastructure, or promoting justice and opportunities at the local level. It is our job and our duty to preserve, protect, and defend the constitutional rights of Somers residents, not by merely paying them lip service, but through action. We do this by ensuring fairness in our courts, gentlemen, and transparency in our proceedings and equal treatment for all. This may be a small corner of America, but every bit of the beauty, resilience, and the freedoms of this massive nation is reflected here. So with all that ground being covered, and with complete faith in our government and our town support at the state and local levels, with excitement at the prosperous road ahead and the eagerness to get to work on that vision, I am very pleased to report to you, my neighbors and friends, that the state of the town is strong. The state of the town is strong not because we're without challenges, but because we face them together. Somers is a place where history lives and where the future is built. Resilience isn't just a word here, it's a way of life. Be a part of the next chapter. Speak up, show up, step in. Let's keep Somers not only strong, but extraordinary. From this historic building, where generations once gathered in hope and purpose, let us build a future that honors their legacy and inspires the next. Thank you for the honor of serving as your supervisor. May Somers always be a kind and welcoming place where we take pride in calling home. Good night, and God bless.